Recording. Okay.
Okay, sorry. So if, for example, we put the Digital Skills Observatory, which is under the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, if we put that up there by itself without Mozilla Foundation.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm going to remove Mozilla Foundation.
Yeah.
And now it's just digital skills. I'm not even going to save it. We can just run it just by seeing what this looks like. It's just going to have one column.
Right. Now, am I able to add the fact which funder it is?
Which funder it is. So where does the funder data reside right now? Like
that rolls up into the Melinda Grant, whatever, the funder. Like if you go back to the cube, or if sorry.
Actually, you can probably show me here too. So
Yeah,
under
that
Bill,
one? Yeah.
You want to see that it's Bill and then it's digital.
Yeah.
But you don't want the only.
Correct.
That is a good question. I don't know that we can do that in this format. Let's see. What I'd like to do is under levels, under organization. You really just want, yeah, see, it wants to get the only. It'd have to come with the only. Yeah, it can't, you can't do that I am aware of this way.
Okay.
You can't.
Nope. Okay, that's fine. I just need to know these things so that I'm not killing myself trying to.
Understood, yeah.
Okay, so the first report that I would love to be able to figure out how to do is a standard P&L, like everything rolling up, just one number, ignoring all the grants.
Okay.
As on the left-hand side, it has kind of like the year-to-date actuals and budget. And then the right-hand side, it has the full year budget / forecast and actuals. So
let's do that.
That's a pretty standard one, but I just don't know how to do it.
Okay, you bet. So what would you call it? Let's give it a name.
Comparative P&L.
Okay, so 99% of all reports we build are these matrix reports. So I'm going to say new report, new matrix.
Yeah.
And it sounded like you wanted on the rows, you want the cube P&L.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go grab the cube. And what level of detail do you want? Do you want to kind of consolidated like what I'm showing right here, or do you want to actually break out a little one level of OpEx?
Okay, well, this is an interesting thing because you see how the fellowships is below the operating expenses?
Yeah.
I did that, and I didn't know how to get it back.
Let's get it back before we build this report. Let's fix that.
I'm trusting you that you said I can't screw anything up too badly.
Yeah, you can't. So under manager, I'm sorry, where was I? We need to go to this one.
Okay.
And we're going to edit the cube.
Yeah.
And I'm going to edit the cube accounts.
Yeah.
And as soon as there we go. So I don't want that. I want to take this guy and under rolls up to, put him back into here. What?
Yeah.
Does it say that? Oh, I see what you did.
Oops.
No, that's fine. So we're gonna do a little change up here. So you made it a group, which you intuitively would think, yeah, I want to group these together. But we actually want to make these an account with children so it adds up. So I'm gonna say new account.
Oh, okay.
And that new account is gonna roll up to OpEx, and I'm gonna give it a cool name like PL. I'm sorry. It's gonna be called Fellowships, Grants, Prizes.
Right. That's what I was trying to
do. Yeah, fellowships, grants, and prizes. Save it. And that is going to be under the OpEx section already, since I told it to go there.
Okay.
There it is. But now I'm going to take one of these at a time and roll them into there. But you notice it doesn't show up in this list of parents. And the reason that is because it's not a parent yet. So we call it giving an orphan. We're going to give it an orphan for a minute so it becomes a parent. We're going to move those in there. We're going to kill the orphan.
Okay.
Sounds horrible, but that's what we're going to do. So I usually just create a quick account underneath it. I say 1 in 1, which means the name is 1, the
Yeah.
code is 1. Now it has that.
Okay.
So now when I go to the real fellowships, sure enough, it shows up. So I'm going to just move
Okay.
the 3 of these in there.
Yeah, I would never figure that out.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's 1. And as soon as we're done, we're going to kill that orphan, and then we'll move back to your report.
Kill the orphan.
I know, it sounds awful, but it...
Oh, it's okay. I've been teasing my parents that I'm going to be an orphan.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
There it is. Let's do
Excellent.
that.
That's
And now
beauty.
we've got that back in where we want it tucked under OPEX, so it's part of the net income, because outside of there, it wasn't even part of your net income
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
calculations. So let's do a quick refresh of this so I can actually see it in the cube. And sure enough, I can. It happens to be at the bottom. If you want to move it around, you know how to do that. You can.
Yeah. 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 No, that's perfect. Okay.
So back to us again. I'm
Yes.
going to restart this
Yes.
since we made a change to the structure. So I'm back to new report, new matrix. I'm going to grab that cube P&L, put it in the rows. So under accounts, cube, P&L. I'm going to take it just nice and tight like that for
Yeah,
now.
that's fine.
For me, I have to copy paste. For you, you can drag and drop. So now we've got kind of that defined, and I think what you had said was, what's the first column or the first few columns?
Year to date.
Okay.
Actuals. Year to date actuals and year to date budget.
Okay, so then what I like to do is define the top in these segments. So
Yeah.
this is a segment that they start with. So we're going to do the first segment is going to be year to date.
Yeah.
Copy. And then I think you said actuals. So under
Year to date actuals.
okay,
Yeah.
so
Oh, right. Budget and actual. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm going to take the actuals first, put those right above it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the budget, 2016 budget.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. I just want to see how to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to put that, hold on a sec, copy. Paste for me would be the same as you dragging and dropping. And if you want to automatically calculate a variance as well,
Yeah. Because I will.
down at the bottom, they have this difference, and difference means whatever I put it on,
Yeah.
it will compute the difference between the two in front of it.
Okay.
It gives it this really long name, which isn't too pretty on a report, so you can always right-click on anything and say rename,
Okay.
and it brings up a little box, and I'm going to say this is the variance.
Yes.
And then sometimes you might want to change your report so it's not just 2016 budget. Maybe it's actuals compared to 2015 budget or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to make this a parameter, meaning you'll have the ability to change the report on the fly. So to do that, we copy and paste or drag the 2016 budget up to this section here. Drag here to add a parameter.
Oh, I like that. So you can change it on the fly.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So let's just take a quick look at what we created so far. And there are no actuals yet, which surprises me. Year to date.
No. I haven't uploaded anything.
Okay, so nothing's broken then, so we're good. Now notice it just shows March. We probably want to make that a parameter too, like year to date through what? So let's go back and do that. We're going to throw, it defaults to the current month since I didn't define any month. So in the same segment, we should put a time element for a month. When do you have actuals through? Should we do something like
Q1, Q2, yeah, to the end of March. So Q1, Q2, Q3.
of 2015 or 16?
You can do 2015 actually, then we'll get numbers.
Okay, so for now, I'm going to grab December, and I'll show you why. I
Okay.
just want to get 1 month up here, so I'm going to throw that guy. Why? Oh, this is why. Year to date. This year to date already has it built in, so I'm actually going to take year to date and throw him up here as a parameter as well.
Okay.
Let's cut him. Oh, not cut. Yeah, cut him and paste him up here. And then what you can do is right-click on these parameters and always check the properties of them, as they will tell you some things like, what's the initial choice going to be? I'm going to leave it March for now,
Yeah.
but when we run it now, we on the fly, we can change the date as well.
Oh, nice.
So let's pick something where you might have an actual.
Uh,
Voila. Now we're doing boom, boom. Now your budget happens to have the actuals rolled in, so there is no variance. But you can start to see as you progress and you get more actuals and more different versions, you'll have the ability to be pretty flexible on this.
yeah. Okay.
Now, you had said you wanted some more columns here too.
Right. Now the question is, do all the columns have to be to the right, or can I have the accounts in the middle?
You can design this any way you want,
Okay.
so
Okay.
they can be anywhere.
Okay, good.
So what I'm going to do is let's save our progress for now. So I'm going to save this guy. I'm going to put, I've changed the screen since I was here last. Huh. Let's go back and do it another way. I don't like that. I'm going to go back to the modify screen. And we're going to do this save here, which is the old save screen. So I want to put this in the shared reports, and I think you called it a comparative.
Yeah.
Um,
Comparative
and,
P&L.
okay. So you can run it too. Now, any other columns you'd like me to add at the moment, or
Yeah. Yeah.
let
I
me
want
show
to
you how to
add.
put another segment in here.
Okay.
So I think you had mentioned you want like a few months to the right, or
Yeah, I want the full year.
okay. So you want 12 months to the right of this or to the left, it doesn't matter. I'll show you how to switch it. So we're going to use this new segment. We've defined this. We like how this works.
Okay.
Um, actually, I noticed one other. I want to point out something else too. So this little plug you see here
Yeah.
and here,
Yeah.
those mean they're plugged into parameters. So the year to
Okay.
date, and if I right click on one of these and say properties, it's always going to tell you if you see the plug, it's going to say it's connected to parameter time. Okay,
Okay.
cool. That's what we want. Now this one, budget, is if I right click on that and say properties, that's connected to parameter version. Perfect. Now, the problem is variance isn't connected to anything. There's no plug, and variance needs to be tied to whatever I change the budget to. So we're going to right click on variance and say properties.
Yeah.
And we also want to connect the budget to the parameter version.
I like that.
And then it also shows you can do a couple different things in this variance one where instead of a value, maybe you want to show a percent
Right.
difference.
Yeah.
And sometimes if we're doing balance sheet stuff, you want to reverse the sign difference for
Right.
expenses, liabilities, and equities. So a little control over what you're actually doing here.
Yeah.
So now I've got the plug, the plug, the plug. This will always be actuals, so I don't need to, no parameter there. So let's save that now. And now I'm ready for a new segment. And the reason I want to use a new segment is because I've defined what I want this section to look like. I don't want to change this at all. I
Right.
kind of want to lock this in, really.
Yeah.
But I want to have the ability to play more with this report. So I'm going to actually take this thing at the bottom here called New Segment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drag and drop that out here. And it creates like this little box where now I can kind of continue expanding on my report. And it sounded like you just want the whole year of, is it actuals or budget?
Well, what it eventually will be budget to forecast, but I don't have a forecast, so we can just do actual budgets right now.
Okay, so I'm going to just take then, my first thing I'm going to do is take a time element. Now you could certainly take 2016 and you could drag one month at a time and then collapse this and drag the whole year. But
Yeah.
instead of that, they've created this element called time span.
Oh,
And
okay.
time span is a kind of a little more customizable and quicker way to define multiple months. So I'm going to take that element and put that out here. And then right away, I'm going to right click on time span and say properties, because we're going to define what this time span is. And this allows us to very, very selectively say, all right, I want to start with January 2016, and I want to go through December 2016. And I just want the months and the year.
Right.
I'll leave quarters out. No parameter connected. It's always going to show just a full year, no matter what month I'm in. So I'm going to save that, but it won't let me save it because I forgot some stuff. I also have to define a version. What
Okay.
version am I gonna show here? Let's also show the budget. Oops. So under versions, I want to show the 2016 budget. But I also want this to be driven off that original parameter that I built from my first segment. So if you change the version, it should not only change the variances, but it should probably change what we show here. So what
Yeah.
I can do is I can combine multiple elements in a report into one parameter. So I'm going to take this guy. You'll drag and drop. I'm going to cut and paste. I'm going to cut and paste them right on top of the version that already exists. So now if I go to this version and I say the properties of this parameters, it's going to show me at the bottom that this is actually connected to three different things. The 2016 budget, the variance, and then the second 2016 budget. And you can see that by the little plugs.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
now let's check out where we're at. Let's do a quick save because I always like to save, make sure I don't lose anything, and let's run. And voila, I've got kind of my actuals, my variance. Now all of it's kind of running together when I look at it in my eyes. So I want to show you how to add a little bit of maybe formatting and color to this type of stuff. So I might like to put a space between here, or I might at least make the months or the year a little different. So I'm going to go back to this edit screen or modify screen. And they have a few basic tools for doing this. You can make it kind of pretty, but it'll never be really beautiful. So they have a blank spacer, which is kind of
Yeah.
helpful. So I'm going to take a blank space. I'm going to put that in front of time span. Now it automatically by default puts it in the back, but I'm going to take it one more time and paste it again. And now I've got it in the front. Let's look and see how that looks. I have at least a little break now between those two, and I'll just continue showing. So since we're recording this, I'm going to go kind of fast so you can come back and look later.
Yeah.
But I might want that spacer to be defined a certain width. So I can right click in properties or go to format on any of these. And I'm going to say, I want to fix this to be 25 pixels.
Yeah.
And let's check it out again. And now that's a nice little bar
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
And one other quick thing for as far as formatting goes, you can right click on any element of a report to format it. And I'm just going to pick one for now, like this time span here that we left for the budget. I'm going to go to format here. And I think I want that to be, let's shade it, for example. Let's put a little gray behind it, header.
Yeah.
I want to put a little gray behind the body itself. And then if there's any additional roll-ups, which I don't even know what that is, but I always make it the same. Let's do that. I'm going to save it real quick. And we're going to run this. And now I've added, oh, I made the text also gray. I'm going to fix that. But you
It's
get the
beautiful.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay.
So let me just quickly fix that. And they even kind of tries to show you on here that I've added some formatting to this. So I'm going to go to format. And instead of the text being gray, I'm going to leave the text set to automatic, automatic, automatic. Another quick save. And voila.
Aw, beauty. I like that.
Yeah, so no matter
Okay.
what, it's pretty cool. I mean, you can now flip.
Yeah.
Now check this out. Notice my parameter only has one selection, and this will happen as you go throughout the model too. It's like, where's the rest of my versions? Well, we have to tell it that this report is allowed to run certain versions. So let's go add the other versions to this, meaning 2015 budget or
Right.
eventually a forecast. So I'm going to go back to modify, and I'm going to right click on the parameter for version as soon as it pops. There it is. So properties on version, and note it, there's only available choices is only
Yeah.
one of them, but I'm going to say let's just let them all happen.
Okay. Cool.
And then one final save and we'll be in business. How's that?
That's beautiful. Now, and this is not an important thing, but I'm just kind of curious. You were saying we can move things between left and right.
Yep.
Okay, how would I do that?
So do you mean like put that whole gray area to the left instead?
Well, okay, so
So really
uh,
you can almost right click on anything and you can move left, move
left.
right. Yeah, so let's move left. Now
Okay,
that
now can we move that one left again?
oh, do you mean left of the
Account.
yeah, no, you can't do that. I'm sorry. That one is a no-no.
No. Damn it.
I've never that is not very accounting like of you though.
Oh
Who
no, that's very, very standard actually. I'm surprised it's not there.
oh, in Canada, maybe.
Oh yeah, we're Canada.
Just kidding. I don't know. But really, so you would want to put the accounts in the middle? Well, you know what? That's a feature request. I'll send it over to the team and say,
Yeah,
"Hey, I got a client and they would like to be able to put the columns or I'm sorry, the row headers
in the middle.
in the middle."
Because
Interesting.
what it is on the left-hand side, it's really easy to see. On the left-hand side, you have your year-to-date actual, your year-to-date budget or forecast, and your variance, and then the other side is the full year. So in one report, you're showing basically the vast majority that people want to see.
Yeah, no, I hear you and I like the idea. Let's just play for a second. There are a few deeper features in here that I might be wrong. Let's see. There's this thing here. It's called report format. And this is going to give us a few checkboxes here. Vertical lines, totals at the bottom. We could put on the account codes, report information, freezing headers. I don't see anything about moving that, but let's just look at the rest here. You know, this would be for printing, orientation, scaling. But this is neat too. If you just wanted to run it by, I think it's millions and stuff. Yeah, magnitude. You could show
Oh,
in millions, show in thousands, show value. So this is kind of a fun area to change your report to. Again, that's this little
yeah. Oh, I will be doing that.
okay, I know you will. I have a feeling about that. Yeah, but I've never seen one in adaptive at least that can do that. And
Okay.
I'll kick it over to the product team and just let them know that I got a client that asked for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very nice. I really like it.
Cool.
That is awesome. Okay. The only thing, because I get overwhelmed, so this stuff I can remember, and we're recording it. Just want to talk about if you unable to balance the.
Yeah, let's stop the recording and let's talk about that.